Are you tired of struggling with money, wondering why it always feels just out of reach? What if I told you that the key to unlocking your financial abundance doesn't lie in asking or hoping, it lies in commanding it? Yes, you heard that right. Today, I'm going to share with you a powerful secret that has the potential to shift your reality and bring wealth into your life effortlessly. If you're ready to stop asking and start commanding, stay with me through this message, because I'm about to reveal the missing link to your financial breakthrough. Words are not just a means of communication. They are powerful, creative forces that shape your reality. The Bible itself speaks of the power of the tongue, stating that life and death are in the power of the tongue. The words you speak are the architects of your experiences. When you speak, you are creating the future you'll live in. Every word you utter, whether conscious or subconscious, is a command to the universe about what you are allowing to manifest in your life. When it comes to money, it is essential to understand that asking for it is not the same as commanding it. Asking implies that you are in a state of need or lack. It conveys the idea that you don't have what you desire, and that you are in a position where you must beg or plead for it to come to you. This mindset is not one of abundance. It is one of scarcity. Scarcity is the belief that there is not enough for everyone, that resources are limited, and that you must fight for your fair share. But commanding is a completely different approach. Commanding implies authority, confidence, and the belief that you are deserving of wealth. When you command, you take on the role of a leader, a sovereign being who has the right to demand what is already theirs. Commanding speaks to the universe from a place of power, not from a place of lack. It says, I am deserving of this, and I now allow it to flow into my life. When you ask for money, you often place the outcome in the hands of others or external circumstances. Asking gives you a sense of powerlessness, as if the wealth you desire is entirely outside of your control. You may find yourself constantly waiting for a raise, hoping for a bonus, or depending on others to offer you the resources you need. This feeling of dependence perpetuates the cycle of asking for more, but never actually receiving what you need. It's like a beggar on the streets, waiting for someone to hand them a coin. But when you command money, you recognize that you are in control of your own life, and that money is simply a form of energy that is available to you at all times. Think about how a king or queen commands their kingdom. They don't beg their subjects to do things for them. They issue commands because they know their authority is unquestionable. They expect to be obeyed because they understand their power. Similarly, when you command money, you recognize that you hold the authority over your own life, and you expect abundance to follow your commands. Now, when it comes to the words you use, it is crucial to understand that the way you speak to yourself and the universe directly influences the way things manifest. For instance, consider how often you might say things like, I can't afford that, or money doesn't grow on trees. These kinds of phrases reinforce the belief that money is scarce and hard to come by. They position you as someone who is always lacking, always needing, and always struggling. Your words make it clear that you don't believe you have enough, and the universe responds to that energy. But when you change the way you speak, everything begins to shift. Instead of saying, I can't afford that, say, I am creating the resources I need to afford that. This simple change in wording completely alters your mindset and puts you in a position of power. You are no longer a victim of your financial situation. You are the creator of it. You are acknowledging that money is abundant and that you have the power to bring it into your life. Furthermore, the words you use must be filled with certainty. Certainty is an incredibly magnetic force. When you speak with conviction, the universe aligns to support you. If you say, I want money, you are speaking from a place of desire and want. Desire implies that something is missing, which in turn keeps it out of your reach. But when you command, you declare that money is already on its way to you. For example, I am receiving a financial abundance right now is a commanding statement. You are not asking for money, you are claiming it, and you are doing so with the confidence of someone who already knows it's coming. This shift from asking to commanding is not just about changing your words. It's about changing your entire vibration. Every word you speak sends out a vibration into the universe, and the universe responds to that vibration. If you speak words of lack, the universe sends more lack your way. If you speak words of abundance, the universe aligns with that energy and brings more abundance into your life. This is why it is so important to be mindful of the words you use, because they are constantly shaping your reality. When you start commanding money into your life, you must also align your emotions with your words. Words are not just empty sounds, they carry energy. If you speak words of abundance, but your emotions are rooted in fear or doubt, you will not see the results you desire. Your thoughts, feelings, and words must all align to create a strong and powerful command. When you speak with certainty, believe in your worth, and feel the emotions of receiving wealth, you are creating a magnetic energy field around you that draws money to you effortlessly. This is why it is important to feel the emotions of gratitude and excitement when you command money. Imagine yourself receiving the money you desire. Feel the joy and excitement as if it's already here. The stronger your emotional connection to your words, the stronger the command will be. Money responds to the energy you put out into the world. When you put out energy that is confident, joyful, and grateful, the universe cannot help but bring more of that energy back to you. The truth is, money is constantly flowing in the universe. It is abundant, and it is everywhere. The issue is not that money is hard to come by, but that many people are not in alignment with it. They are in a constant state of asking, hoping, and waiting for money to show up. But when you command money, you step into alignment with the flow of abundance that is already present. You stop chasing after money and instead attract it to you with ease and grace. In conclusion, when it comes to money, stop asking for it and start commanding it. Speak with authority, with confidence, and with the belief that you are deserving of everything you desire. Your words are powerful, and when you use them wisely, you can create a life of abundance and financial freedom. The universe is ready to respond to your command. Are you ready to claim it? The power of thought is one of the most profound forces that shape our reality. Our thoughts create our emotions, our actions, and ultimately, our experiences. Just as words have the power to create, so too do our thoughts hold incredible creative power. Thoughts are like seeds planted in the fertile soil of the subconscious mind, and just like any seed, they grow and manifest into reality. The key to understanding how our thoughts affect our lives lies in recognizing that everything we experience begins with a thought. Therefore, if we want to shift our financial reality, we must first begin by transforming the thoughts we hold about money. When it comes to money, many people have deeply ingrained beliefs and thoughts that are rooted in lack and scarcity. These beliefs are often passed down from generation to generation, embedded in our cultural conditioning and reinforced by the media and society at large. For example, many people grow up hearing phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "the rich get richer and the poor get poorer." These thoughts create a narrative of limitation, suggesting that there is not enough money to go around, and that some people are simply destined to be poor while others are destined to be wealthy. This belief system can be incredibly limiting, and it perpetuates a cycle of struggle, fear, and financial insecurity. But the truth is, money is abundant, and there is more than enough for everyone. The problem is not that money is scarce, but that people are conditioned to think in ways that block them from receiving it. When you believe that there is not enough money, or that you will never be able to achieve financial success, you are essentially shutting the door to abundance. Your thoughts are like a magnet that attracts what you focus on. So when you focus on lack, you will only attract more lack into your life. To change your financial situation, you must first change the way you think about money. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, begin focusing on what you do have and what is possible for you. Every thought you have about money creates an energetic vibration, and that vibration either aligns with abundance or repels it. When you begin thinking abundant thoughts, you send out a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. The universe responds to this signal by sending more abundance your way. This is why it is essential to cultivate a mindset of abundance. A mindset of abundance is one where you believe that there is always enough, where you see opportunities everywhere, and where you trust that the universe is constantly providing. People with an abundance mindset do not see money as something that is limited or hard to come by. They see money as a natural resource that flows freely, and they believe that there is no end to the wealth that is available to them. They recognize that their thoughts are the key to unlocking the flow of abundance, and they actively work on cultivating positive, empowering thoughts about money. When you shift your thinking from scarcity to abundance, you begin to notice opportunities that you might have missed before. Your thoughts become aligned with prosperity, and you start seeing new avenues for generating income. You might receive unexpected financial opportunities, such as a new job offer, a raise, or a business idea that you never considered. Your mind is now open to receiving, and the universe begins to deliver. This shift in thinking is not just about changing your thoughts in the moment. It's about creating a new belief system about money that supports your growth and success. One of the most important aspects of aligning your thoughts with your words is to recognize that your thoughts are the driving force behind your actions. When you think positively about money and abundance, your actions will follow suit. You will make decisions from a place of empowerment, not fear. Instead of procrastinating or avoiding financial opportunities, you will take inspired action that moves you closer to your goals. This is where the magic happens. When you take aligned action, you create the space for your desires to manifest. However, this shift in thinking doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistent effort and practice to change the way you think about money. The mind has a tendency to default to old patterns of thinking, especially when it comes to deeply ingrained beliefs about scarcity and limitation. This is where mindfulness comes into play. Mindfulness is the practice of becoming aware of your thoughts and consciously choosing which ones you want to hold on to and which ones you want to release. When negative or limiting thoughts about money arise, you have the power to acknowledge them and replace them with positive, empowering thoughts. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can never afford that," pause and replace that thought with, "I am capable of creating the financial resources I need to afford that." The more you practice replacing negative thoughts with positive ones, the easier it becomes to shift your mindset. Over time, your thoughts will naturally align with your desires, and you will begin to see changes in your financial reality. Another crucial aspect of aligning your thoughts with your desires is to cultivate a sense of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions you can experience, as it immediately shifts your vibration to one of abundance. When you are grateful for what you already have, you open the door to receiving even more. Gratitude signals to the universe that you are already abundant and that you are ready to receive more. Make it a daily habit to express gratitude for the money you have, no matter how small it may seem. When you shift your focus to appreciation, you attract more of the same into your life. It is also important to be patient with yourself during this process. Changing your mindset about money is a journey, and it may take time for the results to show up in your external reality. The key is to stay consistent and trust that the universe is always working in your favor. The more you believe that abundance is your birthright, the more it will show up in your life. In conclusion, the way you think about money plays a significant role in your ability to command it into your life. By shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, you open the door to unlimited possibilities. Your thoughts are the foundation of your financial reality, and when you align your thoughts with your desires, you become a powerful magnet for abundance. Cultivate positive, empowering thoughts about money, and watch as your financial reality transforms before your eyes. The law of expectation is one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked, principles in the universe. It states that what you expect to happen in your life will eventually manifest. This law is a direct reflection of your mindset and belief systems. It is the idea that your expectations shape the world around you, determining the opportunities that come your way and the experiences you will have. Just as gravity pulls things downward, your expectations pull situations, circumstances, and people into your life. The law of expectation doesn't just apply to your desires, it applies to your beliefs, fears, doubts, and everything in between. If you expect abundance, abundance will flow to you, but if you expect lack, lack will be your reality. One of the most powerful truths about expectation is that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you expect something, the more you unconsciously align your actions, thoughts, and behaviors with that expectation. If you expect to be successful, you will take the necessary actions to create success. If you expect money to flow easily to you, you will act in ways that allow that money to come. Your expectations create an internal vibration that aligns with your outer reality. It's like tuning into a specific radio station. The frequency you tune into is the one you will hear. Similarly, when you expect abundance, you tune into the frequency of wealth and prosperity. On the other hand, if you expect failure, or if you expect things to be difficult, you are aligning yourself with that frequency. You may find that you make decisions from a place of fear or hesitation, rather than confidence and trust. You might even subconsciously sabotage opportunities that come your way because deep down, you believe that you're not worthy or capable of achieving your desires. This negative expectation reinforces the belief that success is for others, but not for you. This is why it's so important to be conscious of your expectations, because they are the filters through which you experience life. They determine what you will allow yourself to receive and experience. The first step in harnessing the power of expectation is recognizing the expectations you currently hold. Take a moment to reflect on the expectations you have about money, success, love, health, and even yourself. Do you expect to struggle financially? Do you expect your dreams to be out of reach? Or do you expect to be successful, wealthy, and abundant? Your expectations are often deeply embedded in your subconscious mind, influenced by your past experiences, your upbringing, and the environment around you. These expectations shape the way you see the world and the opportunities that come your way. One of the most common ways people unknowingly limit themselves is by holding on to outdated or negative expectations. For example, many people believe that money is hard to come by or that they must work extremely hard to achieve financial success. These expectations are often rooted in the belief that money is limited and that only a select few are deserving of wealth. If you hold these beliefs, your subconscious mind will continually seek out evidence to prove that they are true. This creates a cycle of struggle and limitation, where opportunities to receive wealth are blocked because your expectation is one of scarcity. But what if you could change your expectation? What if you could begin to expect that money flows easily to you, that success is inevitable, and that every opportunity you need is already on its way? By shifting your expectations, you align yourself with the universal flow of abundance. The universe responds to this expectation by bringing more opportunities, resources, and circumstances that match your belief. This is the essence of the law of attraction. Like attracts like. When you expect abundance, you draw more of it into your life. When you expect success, you position yourself to achieve it. One of the keys to cultivating a powerful expectation is to believe that what you desire is already on its way. This belief shifts you from a state of lack to a state of abundance. When you truly believe that your desires are already a reality, you begin to act as if they are. You no longer wait for external circumstances to change before you take action. Instead, you take inspired steps toward your goals, knowing that the universe is already in alignment with your desires. This shift in mindset allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that your expectations will be met. However, this process requires trust. Trust that the universe is always working in your favor, even when you don't see the immediate results. Trust that what you are expecting is already on its way, even if it hasn't yet materialized. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly and that the universe has your back, The law of expectation is not about forcing things to happen. It's about allowing them to unfold naturally. When you trust and expect the best, you are creating an energy that attracts the very things you desire. It's important to note that expectation is not the same as attachment. Attachment comes from a place of fear and need. It's the belief that if something doesn't happen in the way you expect, it will be a disaster. Expectation, on the other hand, is grounded in the belief that you are worthy of receiving whatever it is you desire. It's not about forcing outcomes, but rather allowing them to come to you effortlessly. Expectation is about holding the space for your desires to manifest without trying to control how or when they show up. The key is to trust the timing of the universe and to let go of the need to control the process. Another powerful way to strengthen your expectation is by practicing affirmations and visualization. Affirmations are powerful statements that help you reprogram your subconscious mind. By repeating positive affirmations about your wealth, success, and abundance, you are sending a clear message to the universe about what you expect. Affirmations can help you shift from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance. For example, you might say, "I am worthy of abundance, and money flows to me effortlessly." When you repeat this affirmation daily, you are reinforcing the expectation that money will flow into your life. Visualization is another tool that can help you strengthen your expectation. When you visualize yourself already living the life you desire, you are activating the energy of that reality. Visualization allows you to tap into the feeling of already having what you want, which in turn helps you align your thoughts and emotions with your desires. When you consistently visualize your success and expect it to happen, you are training your mind to focus on the outcome you want, rather than the obstacles in your way. Your expectation also plays a critical role in how you handle setbacks and challenges. Everyone faces obstacles on the path to their goals, but how you respond to them is a reflection of your expectations. If you expect everything to come easily and without effort, you may become discouraged when things don't go as planned. However, if you expect challenges to be part of the journey and view them as opportunities for growth, you will remain confident and determined in the face of adversity. The key is to maintain your expectation of success, even when things don't go according to plan. Trust that every challenge is part of the process and that it is leading you to your desired outcome. Expectation is not just about what you hope for, it's about what you believe is possible. The more you believe that success is inevitable, the more likely it is that you will see the opportunities to make it happen. Your belief in your own success is the foundation for your expectation. When you believe in yourself and trust that you are capable of achieving your goals, you raise your energetic vibration to match the frequency of your desires. The universe responds by bringing people, opportunities, and circumstances that align with that vibration. In the end, the law of expectation is a reminder that we have the power to shape our reality through our thoughts and beliefs. What you expect is what you will receive. When you expect abundance, you attract it. When you expect success, you make it inevitable. Your expectations create your experiences, and by shifting your expectations, you open the door to limitless possibilities. The universe is always ready to give you what you expect, but you must first believe that you are worthy of receiving it. The more you align your expectations with your desires, the more you will see your dreams come to fruition. Visualization is one of the most potent tools available for manifesting your desires, especially when it comes to commanding money and abundance into your life. The act of visualization is not just about imagining what you want. It's about creating a clear mental picture that evokes powerful emotions, which align with your goals and desires. The concept of visualization is rooted in the understanding that the mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you visualize yourself already living the life of your dreams, you begin to send out energetic signals to the universe that you are already living in abundance. This sends a message to your subconscious mind that aligns with your desires and helps you take the necessary actions to make them a reality. Visualization works because it engages both your conscious and subconscious minds. Your conscious mind is responsible for setting goals, making decisions, and guiding your actions. However, it is the subconscious mind that controls your beliefs, emotions, and habits. It is the subconscious that is responsible for attracting situations, opportunities, and people into your life. The subconscious mind operates primarily on imagery and emotions, not words or logic. By engaging in regular visualization, you are directly influencing the subconscious mind, which then works to bring your goals and desires to life. The first step in effective visualization is to clearly define what you want. If you want to command money into your life, you need to have a clear mental picture of what that looks like. Is it a specific amount of money, a new job, a business venture, or something else entirely? Being vague about your desires will lead to vague results. For instance, saying, "I want more money," is too broad and doesn't give your mind a clear target to focus on. Instead, you need to be specific. For example, "I want to manifest 10,000 to pay off my debts and invest in my business," is a clear and specific goal. This clarity helps you focus your energy and direct your subconscious mind to work on making this goal a reality. Once you have a clear mental image of what you want, the next step is to immerse yourself in that visualization as if it is already happening. This is a crucial element of successful visualization. It's not enough to simply see the money or the situation you desire. You need to feel the emotions associated with having that money or living that life. The power of visualization comes from the emotional connection you build with the images you create. Emotions are powerful magnets that attract similar energy into your life. When you feel the excitement, joy, and relief of having achieved your financial goals, you are sending out vibrations that align with those emotions, and the universe responds accordingly. Visualization is most effective when it's done in a relaxed state, free from distractions. This allows your mind to focus and concentrate on the mental images you are creating. You can do this through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply by finding a quiet space where you can close your eyes and let go of the external world. The more vivid and detailed your mental image is, the more powerful your visualization will be. Imagine every detail: the sights, sounds, smells, and feelings associated with your success. For example, if you're visualizing receiving a large sum of money, picture the exact moment you receive the check or bank transfer. Imagine how it feels to see the amount of money, the excitement in your body, and the relief knowing that your financial troubles are behind you. Visualization works best when you engage all your senses. The more sensory details you can include, the more real your visualization becomes. If you're imagining a new home, picture the smell of fresh paint, the feeling of soft carpets under your feet, and the sight of your favorite furniture in each room. Feel the joy and peace of being in your dream home, and allow yourself to bask in the emotional state that this vision creates. This sensory, rich imagery helps program your subconscious mind to align with the feelings of already having what you desire, creating a powerful magnet for those things to enter your life. One of the most important aspects of visualization is the belief that what you are visualizing is already on its way. This belief is what propels the visualization from mere daydreaming into a powerful manifestation tool. If you visualize something and simultaneously harbor doubt, your visualization becomes less effective. The subconscious mind cannot work with mixed signals. Doubt sends out conflicting vibrations that tell the universe that you don't really believe in your desires. However, when you can visualize your success and truly believe that it is on its way, you send a clear and consistent signal to the universe that you are ready to receive it. Another key element of successful visualization is consistency. Like any skill, visualization improves with regular practice. The more often you engage in visualization, the more it becomes ingrained in your subconscious mind. In order to reap the full benefits of visualization, it's important to make it a daily practice. Even taking just 5 minutes each day to visualize your goals can lead to profound changes in your life. Over time, your subconscious mind becomes more attuned to your desires, and your conscious mind begins to act in alignment with your vision. The more you visualize, the more natural it becomes to see yourself as already living the life you desire. One of the most powerful ways to reinforce your visualization practice is by incorporating positive affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that support your visualization and help reprogram your subconscious mind. For example, if you are visualizing receiving money, you can repeat affirmations such as, "I am open to receiving financial abundance," or "Money flows easily and effortlessly into my life." These affirmations strengthen the images you are visualizing and create a stronger connection between your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. They help to remove any mental blocks or limiting beliefs that may be preventing you from receiving what you desire. Visualization is not just about imagining what you want, it's about embodying the energy of that desire. The key to successful manifestation is aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality you want to create. When you visualize yourself receiving abundance, you must also take action that is in alignment with your vision. This means being open to opportunities, being proactive in your efforts, and taking inspired steps toward your goals. Visualization alone will not create results unless you take the necessary actions that align with your desired outcome. It's also important to maintain a state of gratitude while visualizing. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies you can emit, and it sends out a signal to the universe that you are already thankful for the abundance that is on its way. When you practice gratitude during your visualization, you reinforce the belief that what you desire is already yours, and you create an energetic field that attracts even more abundance. Gratitude is a powerful tool that amplifies your visualization and speeds up the manifestation process. Finally, remember that visualization is not just about achieving financial goals. It is a tool for manifesting anything you desire. Whether it's a new relationship, a career opportunity, improved health, or personal growth, visualization can help you bring it into reality. The process remains the same. Define your desire, visualize it vividly, feel the emotions associated with having it, and believe it is already yours. When you do this consistently, you open the door for limitless possibilities and begin to manifest the life you truly desire. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions that can block the flow of abundance and wealth into your life. It is an invisible barrier that holds many people back from achieving their true potential, and it often manifests as a deep, subconscious belief that there isn't enough money or success to go around. Fear creates resistance to receiving and prevents the manifestation of the financial abundance that you desire. This fear comes in many forms: fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, fear of losing what you already have, and perhaps the most insidious of all, fear of success. These fears shape your actions, thoughts, and beliefs, and they work against the very things you want to attract. The fear of lack, for example, is a belief that there will never be enough. This belief is often rooted in childhood experiences or cultural conditioning, where scarcity was a reality or where money was always tight. When you hold this fear in your subconscious mind, it becomes a powerful force that dictates your decisions and actions. It influences how you manage money, how you view opportunities, and even how you perceive your worth. You may find yourself avoiding opportunities, turning down potential business ventures, or even sabotaging your own efforts, simply because you believe that the universe is not abundant enough to support your desires. But the reality is that the universe is abundant, and there is more than enough for everyone. The problem isn't that there isn't enough wealth to go around. The problem is that many people are too focused on their fears and doubts, and they block themselves from receiving. The law of attraction works on the premise that like attracts like. If you are constantly vibrating in a state of fear and lack, that's what you will attract. However, if you can release that fear and replace it with trust, openness, and a sense of deserving, you begin to align yourself with the flow of abundance. The fear of losing what you already have is another powerful form of fear that can prevent you from attracting more. Many people live in a constant state of worry about losing their wealth, their job, or their financial stability. This fear can stem from past experiences where money was lost, or from witnessing others struggle financially. When you are afraid of losing what you have, you enter into a state of scarcity. You become overly cautious and defensive, which can prevent you from taking risks or making bold decisions that could lead to greater wealth and success. This fear can also lead to hoarding money, which creates a blocked flow of energy. Money, like any other form of energy, needs to flow freely in order to continue circulating in your life. When you live in a state of fear of loss, you are also living in a constant state of tension and anxiety. You are constantly worried about what could go wrong, which keeps you in a reactive mindset instead of a proactive one. The solution to this fear is not to ignore the possibility of loss, but to shift your focus away from fear and toward trust. Trust that what you have will not only be protected, but also grow and expand. Trust that the universe will continue to provide, even if you experience temporary setbacks. When you shift from fear of loss to trust in the abundance of the universe, you begin to attract more wealth and opportunities into your life. Another aspect of fear that blocks abundance is the fear of success. This may seem counterintuitive, but it's actually quite common. Many people fear success because they believe that they are not worthy of it, or because they fear the changes that success will bring. Success often requires stepping outside of your comfort zone, and for many, this can be a terrifying prospect. Success can bring new responsibilities, expectations, and even feelings of isolation or imposter syndrome. The fear of success also stems from a belief that you will lose your sense of self, or that your life will be radically altered in a way that is uncomfortable or overwhelming. When you fear success, you begin to sabotage your own efforts. You may procrastinate, avoid taking action, or even intentionally make mistakes that keep you from reaching your goals. This is because, deep down, you believe that success is not something you deserve or that it will bring negative consequences into your life. The key to overcoming this fear is to realize that success does not change who you are. It amplifies who you already are. Success is not something to fear, but something to embrace as a natural expression of your abilities and potential. When you let go of the fear of success, you step into your power and allow the universe to reward your efforts with the abundance you deserve. One of the most effective ways to release fear is through awareness and mindfulness. The first step in overcoming any fear is to acknowledge that it exists. Many people are unaware of the fears that drive their actions and decisions. They go through life reacting to situations without realizing that their fears are controlling them. The more aware you become of your fears, the easier it is to release them. Start by identifying the specific fears you have about money and success. Are you afraid of not being able to support yourself or your family? Are you afraid that you will fail, or that you won't be able to handle the pressure of success? Write down your fears and confront them head-on. Once you bring these fears into the light, they lose their power over you. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing, are also powerful tools for releasing fear. When you meditate, you create a space of stillness and presence, where you can observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This helps you detach from your fears and view them from a place of neutrality. By acknowledging your fear without letting it control you, you begin to shift your relationship with it. The more you practice mindfulness, the easier it becomes to recognize when fear is influencing your thoughts and actions, and the more equipped you are to release it. Another effective way to release fear is through affirmations and visualization. Affirmations are positive statements that help reprogram your subconscious mind. When you repeat affirmations such as, "I am deserving of financial abundance," or "I trust the universe to provide for me," you are counteracting the negative beliefs that feed your fear. Visualization also plays a powerful role in overcoming fear. When you visualize yourself living a life of abundance and success, you are training your mind to focus on positive outcomes instead of fearful ones. The more you see yourself succeeding, the more you begin to believe that success is inevitable. Gratitude is another powerful tool for overcoming fear. When you focus on what you already have and express gratitude for it, you shift your energy from fear to abundance. Gratitude opens your heart and helps you see the beauty in the present moment, which reduces anxiety about the future. By practicing gratitude regularly, you align yourself with the energy of abundance, which counteracts the energy of fear. The final step in releasing fear is taking action. Fear often thrives in inaction. When you allow fear to hold you back, you are essentially giving it power over your life. However, when you take inspired action, you show the universe that you trust it and are ready to receive what you desire. Even small steps forward can break the grip of fear and build momentum toward your goals. Every action you take, no matter how small, signals to the universe that you are open to receiving abundance. In conclusion, fear is one of the greatest obstacles to financial abundance. Whether it is fear of lack, fear of loss, or fear of success, it holds us back from realizing our full potential. However, fear can be overcome by cultivating awareness, trust, and a sense of deserving. When you release your fears and replace them with trust and positivity, you open the door to receiving the wealth and abundance that are already available to you. The key is to acknowledge your fears, take action to overcome them, and trust that the universe will provide for you in ways that you cannot even imagine. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe when it comes to attracting abundance into your life. It's a practice that not only shifts your energy, but also transforms your perspective, allowing you to receive more of what you desire. Gratitude operates on a frequency of positivity and love, and when you immerse yourself in this energy, it creates a magnetic pull that attracts more of the same into your life. It's a universal law: what you focus on expands. If you focus on gratitude, you attract more things to be grateful for. This is why cultivating an attitude of gratitude is so essential for manifesting wealth and success. At its core, gratitude is an acknowledgement of the abundance you already have, regardless of how much or how little it may seem. When you are grateful, you are essentially saying to the universe, "I see the abundance in my life, and I appreciate it." This sends out a clear message that you are open to receiving more. Gratitude shifts your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. In a world where we are often bombarded by messages of lack, whether it's in the media, in the opinions of others, or even within our own minds, practicing gratitude helps you tune out that negativity and focus on the positive aspects of your life. When you are grateful, you shift your vibration. Gratitude aligns you with the frequency of abundance, and because like attracts like, this alignment pulls more wealth and opportunities into your life. It doesn't matter if your current financial situation isn't where you want it to be. Gratitude is the key that opens the door to the flow of abundance. For example, if you are grateful for the small amount of money you have, you are creating the space for more money to come into your life. If you are grateful for the work you have, no matter how small it may seem, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready for bigger and better opportunities. This practice is not about ignoring the reality of your current situation or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about shifting your focus to the things that are going right and appreciating them. Gratitude is not about bypassing problems, but rather about acknowledging the positive in your life, no matter how small it may seem in comparison to your challenges. The act of gratitude is a conscious choice to focus on the good and to recognize that no matter where you are, you have something to be thankful for. This could be anything from your health, your relationships, your ability to wake up every day, or the simple things in life that you may often take for granted. One of the most powerful ways to practice gratitude is through a gratitude journal. Writing down the things you are grateful for every day creates a physical reminder of the abundance in your life. It trains your brain to actively look for things to appreciate, even in the midst of difficult times. By focusing on gratitude, you start to see more opportunities for abundance all around you. The more you write down and focus on what you're grateful for, the more you begin to realize just how much you have and how much more is possible. The process of gratitude also involves a deep emotional connection. It's not enough to simply say, "I'm grateful for this," or "I appreciate that." You must truly feel the emotion of gratitude in your heart. When you connect with the feeling of being thankful, you increase the power of the practice. For example, if you are grateful for the money in your bank account, truly feel the gratitude in your heart. Picture the security it provides, the possibilities it opens up, and the freedom it offers. Feel the joy of knowing that you have everything you need, and more. This emotional connection strengthens your vibrational frequency and amplifies the law of attraction, bringing more wealth and opportunities your way. In addition to attracting more abundance, gratitude also improves your overall mindset. When you focus on what you are grateful for, it reduces feelings of anxiety, stress, and fear, emotions that are often associated with a scarcity mindset. Fear of not having enough money, fear of losing what you have, and anxiety about the future can prevent the flow of wealth into your life. However, when you are grateful, these negative emotions dissipate. Gratitude creates a sense of calm and peace, allowing you to make better decisions and take inspired action toward your financial goals. It also enhances your creativity and problem-solving abilities, making it easier for you to find solutions to challenges that may arise. Furthermore, gratitude helps to build stronger and more positive relationships. When you practice gratitude, you naturally attract more positive people into your life. People who are grateful are more likely to be generous, kind, and supportive, and this energy is contagious. As you express gratitude toward others, you create an environment of abundance where people are more willing to help, support, and offer opportunities. Gratitude strengthens the bonds of connection and fosters a sense of community, both of which are essential for creating lasting success and financial stability. When it comes to financial abundance, the practice of gratitude can be particularly powerful. Many people have a complex relationship with money. Some view money as the root of all evil, others as something to be feared or hoarded, and still, others may feel undeserving of financial success. These limiting beliefs about money are often deeply rooted in childhood or cultural conditioning. However, practicing gratitude for money helps to shift these negative associations. It helps you to see money not as something to fear or be ashamed of, but as a tool for creating freedom, security, and the ability to help others. When you start being grateful for the money you already have, you begin to see it as a positive force in your life rather than a source of stress or worry. It's important to note that gratitude should not be seen as a means of manipulation or a way to get something in return. Gratitude is about acknowledging what is already present in your life. It's about shifting your energy from a place of want and lack to a place of fulfillment and abundance. By being genuinely thankful for what you have, you create a magnetic field of positivity that naturally attracts more abundance. It's a natural law. Gratitude attracts more to be grateful for. The beauty of gratitude is that it is a practice that can be done at any time and anywhere. You don't need to wait for a specific moment or set of circumstances to begin practicing gratitude. Whether you are in the middle of a difficult financial situation or experiencing success, gratitude can be incorporated into your life at any moment. It can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on the things you are thankful for, or as involved as keeping a gratitude journal or setting aside time for meditation and reflection. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and the more you begin to see the world through the lens of abundance. Lastly, gratitude is a lifelong practice. It's not something you do once and forget about. It's an ongoing process of shifting your mindset, focusing on the positive, and cultivating a sense of appreciation for the present moment. As you continue to practice gratitude, you will find that it becomes easier to see the abundance in every area of your life. Gratitude opens the door to more of what you want, and the more you practice it, the more the universe will respond with even greater blessings. By embracing gratitude, you unlock the flow of abundance in your life and set the stage for lasting success and financial freedom. So, stop asking for money and start commanding it. Your words, thoughts, expectations, visualization, release of fear, and gratitude are all powerful forces that align to bring wealth into your life. You have the power to shift your financial reality right now. Believe it, speak it, and watch as the universe responds. Command your wealth today, and step into the life you've always dreamed of.